In the year 2475, the Galactic Concord, a sprawling coalition of 147 sentient species, convened in the crystalline halls of Valera Prime. The agenda was singular and unprecedented. Earth's membership in the Concord was under scrutiny. For centuries, humanity had been the oddity, a young, brash species with a penchant for defying expectations. Their technological leaps, relentless curiosity, and unyielding spirit had unnerved the older races. Whispers of fear and envy had grown into a chorus, and now the Concord had reached a verdict. Earth was to be exiled. The chamber buzzed with alien tongues, clicks, hums, and telepathic pulses, as the vote was cast. The result was near unanimous. 146 species voted for exile, with only one abstaining. The Concord's decree was clear. Earth was to sever all ties, abandon its colonies, and retreat to its homeworld, never to interact with the galactic community again. Failure to comply would mean annihilation. As the verdict was broadcast across the stars, the galaxy waited for humanity's response. They expected defiance, perhaps war. Instead, humanity's representatives smiled, nodded, and walked away. The human delegation, led by Ambassador Lara Chan, stood before the Concord's Grand Assembly. Her dark eyes gleamed with an unsettling calm as the High Arbiter, a towering cephalopod-like being named HFY, delivered the verdict. The chamber's atmosphere was thick with tension, the air shimmering with the collective unease of 1,000 alien dignitaries. Humanity, HFY intoned, its voice a harmonic drone. You have been deemed a destabilizing force. Your reckless innovation, your refusal to adhere to established protocols, and your unpredictable nature threaten the Concord's harmony. You are hereby exiled. Return to your soul system. Abandon your colonies. Cease all contact. Non-compliance will result in your eradication. The assembly waited for outrage, for protests. Instead, Chen's lips curved into a faint smile. Behind her, the other human delegates mirrored her expression, calm, almost amused. The room stirred, confused. A telepathic species, the Vren, recoiled as they sensed no fear in the humans' minds, only confidence. We hear your decision, Chen said, her voice steady and clear. Humanity accepts. The chamber erupted in murmurs. Accepts? No species had ever accepted exile so readily. HFY's tentacles twitched, its bioluminescent skin flickering in agitation. You understand the consequences? Your colonies, your trade routes, your place among the stars. All will be forfeit. Chen's smile widened. We understand perfectly. We'll leave. You won't hear from us again. She paused, her gaze sweeping the assembly. Good luck. With that, the human delegation turned and walked out, their footsteps echoing in the stunned silence. The galaxy watched, bewildered, as humanity's ships began departing Concord space. Freighters, colony vessels, even military fleets, all withdrew without a single shot fired. By the end of the galactic cycle, humanity was gone. The Concord celebrated. The troublesome humans were gone, their chaotic influence eradicated. The galaxy could return to its orderly ways. The Valerians, with their crystalline precision, resumed their meticulous trade networks. The Zorathians, masters of bioengineering, continued their genetic perfection projects. The Vren, ever watchful, monitored the psychic currents for disruptions. All was well, but cracks appeared almost immediately. The first sign was economic. Humanity's colonies had been hubs of innovation, producing unique technologies and resources. Their absence left gaps in supply chains. The Valerians, reliant on human-engineered quantum processors, faced delays. The Zorathians, who had quietly adopted human medical techniques, struggled to replicate them. The Vren noticed a strange quietness in the psychic currents. Humanity's vibrant, chaotic thoughts had been a constant hum, and its absence felt wrong. Rumors spread. Had humanity been planning something? Their compliance had been too easy, too serene. The Concord dispatched scouts to the Sol system, expecting to find a broken, isolated Earth. Instead, they found nothing. No signals, no ships, no trace. Earth's star system was silent, shielded by an unknown technology that blocked all scans. The scouts returned, unnerved, with no answers. The galaxy shrugged it off. Humanity was gone, and that was enough. But the unease lingered. Unbeknownst to the Concord, humanity had not retreated in defeat. They had been preparing for this moment for decades. Earth's leaders had long suspected the galaxy's growing resentment. The Concord's rigid hierarchies stifled human ingenuity, and humanity had chafed under its rules. The Exile vote was not a surprise, it was an opportunity. Deep within the Sol system, hidden behind a cloaking field powered by a breakthrough in dark energy manipulation, humanity thrived. Earth had become a fortress of innovation. The colonies they had abandoned were decoys, holographic projections, and automated drones designed to fool the Concord. The real colonies, scattered across uncharted systems, were linked by a network of quantum gates, a technology humanity had kept secret. In the heart of New Terra, a bustling metropolis on a terraformed exoplanet, Dr. Elias Kane led Project Ascent. The initiative was humanity's answer to Exile, a plan to surpass the galaxy, not by conquest, but by self-sufficiency. Kane's team had developed technologies the Concord could only dream of: self-repairing materials, AI-driven ecosystems, and a revolutionary energy source called the Helix Core. The core harnessed zero-point energy, making humanity's colonies independent of galactic trade. "We're not just surviving," Kane told his team, standing before a holographic map of their hidden network. "We're building a future they can't touch." Meanwhile, humanity's cultural evolution accelerated. Without the Concord's restrictions, art, music, and philosophy flourished. Schools taught children to question, to innovate, to dream. The human spirit, once a source of galactic fear, burned brighter than ever. A century passed. The Concord's unity began to fray. Without humanity's chaotic influence, the galaxy grew stagnant. The Valerians' trade networks faltered as innovation stalled. The Zorathians' genetic projects failed without human adaptability. The Vren, once the galaxy's psychic guardians, became listless, their minds dulled by the absence of human thought. Then came the Blight. A mysterious plague swept through Concord space, corrupting organic and synthetic systems alike. It was no ordinary disease. It adapted, evolved, and resisted all attempts at a cure. The Concord's greatest minds were baffled. The Vren traced its origin to a forgotten human colony, one the Concord had assumed abandoned. Had humanity left a trap? Desperation drove the Concord to Earth's doorstep. A flotilla of ships arrived at the Sol system, broadcasting pleas for aid. The cloaking field parted, revealing a transformed Earth, its skies filled with floating cities, its surface a mosaic of green and silver. A single human vessel, sleek and shimmering, met the flotilla. Ambassador Chen's descendant, Mira-chan, greeted the aliens. Her smile was eerily familiar. "You exiled us," she said, her voice calm but firm. "Why should we help?" HFY, now aged and frail, pleaded. "The Blight threatens all life. You were once part of us. Your ingenuity, your resilience. Only you can stop this." Myra's eyes softened, but her tone remained steady. "We're no longer part of your galaxy. We've built our own. But we'll help on our terms." Humanity's aid came swiftly. Their scientists, unburdened by Concord protocols, had already encountered the Blight in their own systems and developed a countermeasure. A nanite swarm that rewrote the plague's code. Human ships, powered by Helix cores, delivered the cure across Concord space, saving billions. But they did not rejoin the Concord. Instead, they revealed their network of hidden systems, a thriving civilization that rivaled the Concord in scope. The galaxy was stunned. Humanity had not only survived exile but had surpassed the Concord's wildest achievements. Their cities were marvels of sustainable technology, their culture a vibrant tapestry of freedom and creativity. The Concord's leaders, humbled, offered to reinstate Earth's membership. Mira-chan smiled, just as her ancestor had. "No, thank you," she said. "We're doing fine on our own." The human fleet turned and vanished through a quantum gate, leaving the Concord to grapple with its own obsolescence. The galaxy had voted to exile Earth, but humanity had chosen to walk away, not in defeat, but in triumph. Centuries later, the Concord was a shadow of its former self. Its species, once united by fear of humanity, fractured into rival factions. Meanwhile, humanity's network grew, its influence spreading not through conquest but through example. Tales of the Lost Earth became galactic legend, a reminder that underestimating the human spirit was a mistake no one could afford to repeat. And somewhere, in a distant system, a human child looked up at the stars and asked, "Why did we leave?" Her father smiled. "We didn't leave, little one. We just found a better way to shine."